Okay, students, in this video we will do chapter number 9 of Honeydew, The Great Stone Face, part 1. I'll be explaining the chapter in Hindi. After that, we will do the question answer for this chapter. Seen from a distance, hilltops and huge rocks seems to assume various shapes. They may resemble an animal or human figure. People attribute stories to these shapes. Some stories come true, others don't. The Great Stone Face is one such shape that reminds the inhabitants of the Valley of Prophecy. What was it? Did it come true? कुछ दूरी से देखने पर पहाड़ी पत्थरों का एक समूह बहुत सारे आकृतियों जैसा लगता है। वे शायद किसी जानवर या इंसान के जैसे लगें। लोग इनके ऊपर कहानियां बना लेते हैं। कुछ कहानियां सच होती हैं और कुछ नहीं। ग्रेट स्टोन फेस भी एक ऐसी ही रचना है जो कि उस घाटी में रहने वाले लोगों को एक भविष्यवाणी की तरह लगती है। वह क्या थी? क्या यह सच हुई? One afternoon when the sun was going down, a mother and her little boy sat at the door of their cottage, talking about the great stone face. They had only to lift their eyes, and there it was, plain to be seen. Though miles away, with the sunshine brightening all its features. एक दोपहर जब सूरज डूब रहा था, एक दोपहर के बाद का समय जब सूरज डूब रहा था, एक माँ और उसका छोटा लड़का अपनी झोपड़ी के बाहर बैठे हुए थे। वह ग्रेट स्टोन फेस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे। उन्हें केवल आंख उठाकर देखना था और वो सामने था। हालांकि यह मीलों दूर था, लेकिन सूरज की रोशनी में यह बहुत अच्छे से दिखाई दे रहा था। And what was the Great Stone Face? The Great Stone Face was a work of nature formed on the perpendicular side of mountain by some immense rock, which had been thrown together so that when viewed at a proper distance they resembled the features of a human face. As the spectator approached too near, he lost the outline of the enormous face and could see only heap of gigantic rocks piled one upon another. But seen from a distance, the cloud clustering about it, the great stone face seemed positively to be alive. It was the belief of many people that the valley owed much of its fertility to the benign face that was continually beaming over it. और ग्रेट स्टोन फेस था क्या? यह प्रकृति की एक रचना थी जो पत्थरों को एक दूसरे के ऊपर रखे जाने से बनी है। थोड़ी दूर से देखने पर यह एक इंसानी शक्ल जैसी दिखती है, लेकिन अगर देखने वाला बहुत करीब आ जाए तो वो चेहरा नहीं देख पाएगा। दूर से ही यह चेहरा स्पष्ट देखा जा सकता था। घाटी में रहने वाले बहुत सारे लोग ये मानते थे कि घाटी में जितनी भी समृद्धि है उसके पीछे ग्रेट स्टोन फेस का हाथ है, क्योंकि वो ग्रेट स्टोन फेस इस घाटी पर नजर रखता है। A mother and her little boy, as we said earlier, sat at the door of their cottage, gazing at the great stone face and talking about it. The child's name was Ernest. जैसा कि पहले बताया है, एक झोपड़ी के बाहर बैठी एक माँ उसका बेटा ग्रेट स्टोन फेस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे। अपनी झोपड़ी से उसे देख रहे थे। उस लड़के का नाम अर्नेस्ट था। Mother said, while the great face smiled on him, I wish that it could speak, for it looks so very kindly that its voice must indeed be pleasant. If I ever see a man with such a face, I should love him very much. माँ ने कहा, जबकि ग्रेट स्टोन फेस उसकी तरफ मुस्कुरा रहा था। मैं चाहती हूँ कि ये एक दिन बात करे। यह देखने से तो बहुत दयालु लगता है, इसकी आवाज़ भी बहुत सुखद होगी। अगर मुझे कोई इस शक्ल का व्यक्ति मिलता है तो मुझे वो बहुत पसंद आएगा। If an old prophecy should come to pass, answered his mother, we may see a man sometimes with exactly such a face as that. What prophecy do you mean, dear mother? Eagerly inquired Ernest. Please tell me about it. माँ ने कहा, अगर एक पुरानी भविष्यवाणी सच हो जाती है तो हमें शायद भविष्य में ऐसा एक व्यक्ति देखने को मिलेगा जिसका चेहरा ग्रेट स्टोन फेस जैसा होगा। कौन सी भविष्यवाणी माँ? अर्नेस्ट ने उत्सुकता से पूछा। मुझे इसके बारे में बताइए। So his mother told him a story that her own mother had told her when she herself was younger than little Ernest. That at some future day a child should be born near here who was destined to become the greatest and noblest person of his time, and whose face in manhood should bear an exact resemblance to the great stone face. Many still had faith in this old prophecy, but others took it to be nothing but idle talk. At all events, the great man of the prophecy had not yet appeared. तब उसकी माँ ने उसे वो कहानी सुनाई जो उसकी माँ ने उसे सुनाई थी जब वह अर्नेस्ट से भी छोटी थी। माँ ने कहा, बहुत पहले ये भविष्यवाणी हुई थी जिसके अनुसार यहाँ पास ही एक ऐसे बच्चे का जन्म होगा जो बिल्कुल ग्रेट स्टोन फेल्स की तरह दिखता होगा। साथ ही वह इस पूरी घाटी का सबसे बुद्धिमान व्यक्ति होगा और वह सबसे ज़्यादा जानकार भी होगा। बहुत से लोग इस भविष्यवाणी में यकीन नहीं करते, जबकि बहुत से लोग इस भविष्यवाणी के सच होने का इंतजार कर रहे थे। ओ मदर, क्राइड अर्नेस्ट, क्लैपिंग हिज हैंड्स above his head, I do hope that I shall live to see him. His mother was an affectionate and thoughtful woman. It was proper, she thought, not to discourage the fanciful hopes of her little boy. So he said to him, perhaps you may. अर्नेस्ट ने खुशी से चिल्लाते हुए कहा कि मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि जब यह भविष्यवाणी पूरी हो तब तक मैं जीवित रहूंगा और ग्रेट स्टोन फेस से मिल सकूंगा। उसकी माँ ने भी ये देखा कि वो इसके बारे में कितना अफेक्शनेट है, तो उसने भी उसको हतोत्साहित नहीं किया और कहा कि शायद तुम देख पाओ। And Ernest never forgot the story that his mother told him. It was always in his mind whenever he looked upon the great stone face. He spent his childhood in the log cottage where he was born, was dutiful to his mother and helpful to her in many things, assisting her much with his little hands and more with his loving heart. In this manner, from a happy yet often pensive child, he grew up to be a mild and quiet youth. और अर्नस्ट ये कहानी कभी नहीं भूला जो उसकी माँ ने उसे बताई थी। ये कहानी उसके दिमाग में हमेशा रहती थी जब भी वह ग्रेट स्टोन फेस की तरफ देखता था। उसका बचपन उसी झोपड़ी में बीता था जहां वह पैदा हुआ था। वह हर समय अपनी माँ की मदद किया करता था, अपने छोटे हाथों से कम और अपने बड़े दिल से ज़्यादा। इसी तरह से धीरे धीरे वह बड़ा होकर एक शांत और सौम्य स्वभाव का युवा बन गया। अर्नेस्ट had no teacher, but the great stone face became one of them. When the work of the day was over, he would gaze at it for hours until he began to imagine that those vast features recognized him and gave him a smile of kindness and encouragement. अर्नेस्ट का कोई शिक्षक नहीं था और वह सामान्य तौर पर स्कूल भी नहीं जा सकता था। उसने ग्रेट स्टोन फेस को ही अपना शिक्षक मान लिया था। काम के बाद अर्नेस्ट घंटों तक उस द ग्रेट स्टोन फेस की ओर देखता रहता था तथा उससे प्रोत्साहन और दयालुता उस सोम चेहरे से जो मिलती थी वह लेता रहता था। About this time, there went a rumor throughout the valley that the great man who was to bear a resemblance to the great stone face had appeared at last. It seems that many years before, a young man had left the valley and settled at a distant seaport. Gathergold, which was his name, had set up as a shopkeeper and being sharp in business matters, had become so very rich that it would have taken him 100 years only to count his wealth. In time, he thought of his native valley and decided to go back there and end his days where he had born. इस समय तक पूरी घाटी में ये अफवाह फैल गई थी कि भविष्यवाणी सच हो चुकी है और वह व्यक्ति जो ग्रेट स्टोन फेस की तरह दिखना चाहिए था वह आ चुका है। उसका नाम गैदर गोल्ड था, जो घाटी का पुराना निवासी था और जो व्यापार करने के लिए घाटी से बाहर गया था। उसने अपने बिजनेस में इतना पैसा कमा लिया था और वह इतना अमीर हो गया था कि अगर वो अपनी संपत्ति गिनने की कोशिश करे तो उसे 100 साल लग जाएंगे। और इस समय में अब वह अपने जन्म के स्थान वाली घाटी के बारे में सोच रहा था और उसने निश्चय किया कि अब वह वापस आएगा और अपने अंत समय तक वहीं रहेगा जहां वह पैदा हुआ था। Ernest had been deeply stirred by the idea that the great man, the nobleman, the man of prophecy, after so many ages of delay, was at length to be seen in his native valley. While the boy was still gazing up the valley one day and imagined the great stone face returned his gaze, the noise of wheels were heard, and a crowd of people cried, "Here comes the great Mr. Gathergold." अर्नेस्ट को जब यह बात पता चली तब वह बहुत खुश हो गया। महान व्यक्ति, बुद्धिमान व्यक्ति और भविष्यवाणी वाला व्यक्ति इतने समय के बाद अब वो कुछ दूरी पर उसके पैदा होने वाली घाटी में पहुंचने वाला था। जबकि वो लड़का अभी भी ग्रेट स्टोन फेस के बारे में सोच रहा था और उसकी तरफ देख रहा था, तभी उसे पहियों की आवाज सुनाई दी और भीड़ ने चिल्लाना शुरू कर दिया, वो महान श्रीमान गैदर गोल्ड आ रहे हैं। A carriage drawn by 4 horses dashed round the turn of the road. Within thrust partly out of the window appeared the face of an old man with yellow skin. The very image of great stone face, shouted the people. Sure enough, the old prophecy is true. Here we have the great man at last. And what greatly puzzled Ernest, they seemed actually to believe that here was the likeness which they spoke of. He turned away sadly from the wrinkled shrewdness of the unpleasant face and gazed up the valley where the stone face seemed to say, he will come, fear not, Ernest, the man will come. एक गाड़ी जिसे 4 घोड़े खींच रहे थे बहुत तेजी से सड़क के किनारे से मुड़ी और एक झटके में खिड़की से उस बूढ़े व्यक्ति का चेहरा दिखाई दिया जिसकी त्वचा पीली थी। बिल्कुल ग्रेट स्टोन फेस की तरह दिखते हैं, लोगों ने चिल्लाना शुरू कर दिया। हाँ, बिल्कुल ठीक, पुरानी भविष्यवाणी सच है। आखिर में वह महान व्यक्ति आ गया। जब गैदरगोल्ड आया और अर्नेस्ट ने उसे देखा तो उसे कोई समानता न मिलने की वजह से वह निराश हो गया। इस निराशा में जब उसने ग्रेट स्टोन फेस के पत्थरों की तरफ देखा तो उसे ऐसा लगा कि मानो वह कह रहा हो कि थोड़ा और इंतजार करो अर्नेस्ट, भविष्यवाणी सच होगी। The years went on and Ernest grew to be a young man. He attracted little notice from the inhabitants of the valley. They saw nothing remarkable in his way of life except that when the labor of the day was over, he still loved to gaze upon the great stone face. Their idea was that this way a folly but pardonable because Ernest was industrious, kind, and neighborly. They did not know that the great stone face had become a teacher to him, and that the sentiment which was expressed in it would enlarge the young man's heart and fill it with deeper sympathies than other hearts. They did not know that from this would come a better wisdom than could be learned from the books. Neither did Ernest know that the thoughts which came to him so naturally in the fields and the fireside were, were of a higher tone than those which all men shared with him. A simple soul, simple as when his mother first told him the old story. He beheld the marvelous face looking down the valley and still wondered why its human likeness was so long in coming. साल बीतता गया और अर्नेस्ट अब एक युवा व्यक्ति हो गया था। घाटी के लोगों का इस पर ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं जाता था। हर दिन वह काम के बाद द ग्रेट स्टोन फेस को घूरता रहता था। वह उसकी भविष्यवाणी सच होने की उम्मीद करता रहता था। ग्रेट स्टोन फेस के चेहरे पर वही सौम्यता तथा गुण अर्नेस्ट के अंदर उसके व्यक्तित्व में आ चुका था। अर्नेस्ट कड़ी मेहनत करने वाले तथा बुद्धिमानों और दूसरों के लिए सहानुभूति रखने वाले लोगों में से एक था। लेकिन लोग ये नहीं जानते थे कि ग्रेट स्टोन फेस अब उसका अध्यापक बन चुका है, और वो ये भी नहीं जानते थे कि उसके अंदर जो बुद्धिमानी और सौम्यता है वो ग्रेट स्टोन फेस से ही आ रही है। जो चीजें और जो विचार अर्नेस्ट को सामान्यता आ जाते थे खेतों में या आग के पास बैठे हुए, वो बहुत ही उच्च विचार थे उनसे जो कि बाकी लोग उसके साथ बांटते थे। एक साधारण सा जीव जिसकी माँ ने उसे एक पुरानी भविष्यवाणी की कहानी सुनाई थी, उसे समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि इस चेहरे की इंसानी समानताएं क्यों हैं। By this time, poor Mr. Gathercole was dead and buried. His wealth, which was the body and spirit of his existence, had disappeared before his death. Since the melting away of his gold, it had been generally agreed that there was no great likeness after all between the ruined merchant and the majestic face upon the mountain. अब तक मिस्टर गैदरगोल्ड की मृत्यु हो चुकी थी, और उनकी मृत्यु से पहले ही उनकी सारी दौलत भी समाप्त हो चुकी थी, और अब घाटी के सारे लोग ये मानने लगे थे कि गैदर गोल्ड और द ग्रेट स्टोन फेज के बीच कोई समानता नहीं थी, अतः वह महान भविष्यवाणी अभी सच नहीं हुई थी। It so happened that another son of the valley had become a soldier many years before. After a great deal of hard fighting, he was now a famous commander. He was known on the battlefield by the name of Blood and Thunder. Old and tired now, he had lately expressed a desire to return to his native valley. The inhabitants, his old neighbors, and their grown up children prepared to welcome renowned commander. It was being said that at last the likeness of the great stone face had actually appeared. Great, therefore, was the excitement throughout the valley, and many people who had never once thought of glancing at the great stone face now spent much time in gazing at it, for the sake of knowing exactly how General Blood and Thunder looked. इस समय एक और घाटी का निवासी जो बाहर एक महान योद्धा बनने गया था, घाटी वापस अपने बुढ़ापे में लौटा। उस व्यक्ति का नाम जनरल ब्लड एंड थंडर था, तथा उसने आते ही सभी का ध्यान अपनी ओर आकर्षित कर लिया। लोग अब उसमें भी द ग्रेट स्टोन फेस की समानता देखने लगे थे। गैदर गोल्ड की ही भांति अर्नेस्ट को जनरल ब्लड एंड थंडर में द ग्रेट स्टोन फेस जैसी कोई समानता नहीं दिखी। जब अर्नेस्ट ने दोबारा से द ग्रेट स्टोन फेस की ओर देखा तो उसे एहसास हुआ कि मानो वो कह रहे हो कि भविष्यवाणी सच होने में अभी समय है। On the day of General's arrival, the Ernest and all other people of the valley left their work and proceeded to the spot where a great banquet had been prepared. Soldiers stood on guard, flags waved, and the crowd roared. Ernest was standing too far back to see Blood and Thunder's face. However, he could hear several voices. जिस दिन जनरल आने वाले थे, अर्नेस्ट और बहुत सारे घाटी के लोग अपना काम छोड़कर वहां इकट्ठा हो गए जहां वो आने वाले थे। सैनिक वहां पोजीशन लेकर खड़े थे, झंडे लहरा रहे थे और भीड़ चिल्ला रही थी। अर्नेस्ट बहुत दूर खड़ा था ब्लड एंड थंडर का चेहरा देखने के लिए, लेकिन वो बहुत सारी आवाजें सुन सकता था। इट इज द सेम फेक एग्जैक्टली, क्राइड वन मैन डांसिंग फॉर जॉय। बिल्कुल वही चेहरा है, एक आदमी चिल्लाते हुए खुशी से नाचने लगा। वंडरफुली लाइक इट, दैट्स a fact, replied another. And why not? Cried a third man. He is the greatest man of this or any other age beyond a doubt. अद्भुत है, बिल्कुल वही चेहरा, दूसरे ने जवाब दिया। और क्यों नहीं, तीसरे ने चिल्लाते हुए कहा। वह यहाँ का सबसे महान व्यक्ति है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं। Ernest at last could see the general's face, and in the same glance to the side, he could also see the great stone face. If there was such a likeness as the crowd proclaimed, Ernest could not recognize it. Fear not, Ernest, said his heart, as if the great stone face was whispering to him. Fear not, Ernest, he will come. अंत में अर्नेस्ट को जनरल का चेहरा दिखाई दिया और कुछ ही दूरी पर उसे ग्रेट स्टोन फेस भी दिखाई दे रहा था। अगर उसमें समानता थी जैसा कि भीड़ कह रही थी, अर्नेस्ट इसे नहीं देख पा रहा था। फिक्र मत करो अर्नेस्ट, उसके दिल ने कहा, जैसे कि ग्रेट स्टोन फेस उसके कान में कह रहा हो कि डरो मत अर्नेस्ट, वो आएगा। So that completes chapter number 9 of Honeydew. Now we will do the question answer for this chapter. So let's move to page number 129. Write the true false against each of the following statement. First, the great stone face stood near where Ernest and his mother lived. The answer is false. One would clearly distinguish the feature of the stone face only from a distance. True. Ernest loved his mother and helped her in her work. True. Though not very rich, Gathergold was a skillful merchant. False. Gathergold died in poverty and neglect. True. The great stone face seems to suggest that Ernest should not fear the general. False. Now we move to working with the text, page number 130. Question number 1. What was the great stone face? The great stone face was a work of nature. It was formed on the side of a mountain by some huge rocks. They had been thrown together in such a position so that, when viewed from some distance, they resembled the face of human face. If the spectator approached too near, the outline of the face would disappear into a heap of gigantic rocks. It was the belief of many people that the valley owed much of its fertility to the kind face of the great stone face that was continually looking over it. Question number 1, part 2. What did young Ernest wish when he gazed at it? Young Ernest gazed as the great stone face. The young Ernest gazed at the great stone face. It smiled to him. Ernest wished that it could speak because it looked very kindly. He thought its voice must be pleasant. He would love the man dearly whoever bore such face. Question number 2. What was the story attributed to the stone face? The story that was attributed to the stone face was that at some future day, a child would be born near there, and he would be destined to become the greatest and noblest person of his time. His face in manhood would bear an exact resemblance to the great stone face. What gave the people of the valley the idea that the prophecy was about to come true for the first time? There was a rumor in the valley that the great man who would look like the great stone face had appeared at last. A young man named Gathergold had left the valley. He had grown a rich merchant by the time he became old. He had decided to return to his native valley. He had the living likeness of the great stone face. It made the people of valley think that the prophecy was about to come true for the first time. Question number 4, part 1. Did Ernest see in Gathergold the likeness of the stone face? No, Ernest did not see likeness of the great stone face in Gathergold. Part 2. Who did he confide in and how was he proved right? Ernest confided his own heart that the Gathergold was not the right person he was waiting for. He was proved right because Gathergold died after some time. He was a poor man. All the people then said that he had no likeness with the stone face. Question number 5, part 1. What made people believe General Blood and Thunder was their man? General Blood and Thunder rose to his present position in defense from a soldier. He desired to return to his native valley. The resident of the valley said that he bore the likeness of the great stone face. His childhood friends also said that the general had always looked like the great stone face. It made people believe General Blood and Thunder was their man. Part 2. Ernest compared the man's face with the stone face. What did he conclude? Ernest compared the face of Blood and Thunder with the great stone face. He could not recognize any similarity between them. His heart assured him that the journal was not the right person he was waiting for. So Ernest concluded that the greatest and the noblest man of his time, bearing the resemblance to the great stone face, had yet to come. So this completes your chapter number 9, the great stone face. We will do the next chapter in our next video. Thank you.